Yuck a doodle do. That was the immediate response a few years back when reading an article that made this claim. My generation and I are members in good standing of the me generation. Apparently, I am culturally bound to narcissism in addition to being chronically, genetically, corny. Carrying this humiliating and mortifying truth of an accusation that I cannot deny is real in me, I have continuously pondered this fate of being labeled with such an unlikable term, branded for life, a card carrying member of the me generation. Your Honor, dear reader, this blogger, yours truly, me, myself, and I, are guilty as charged. Just look at the evidence in this paragraph, littered with self referential pronouns, 9 of them, emphasized in italics for your convenience and easy counting. Yikes, it's not too late to abandon this post and save yourself. It's quite possible the meanness might be contagious, so read on at your own peril. Few years later, I kid you not, I was reading another article. This one claimed that the kids of the me generation, my dear sweet children and their friends, have come to be known as the me generation. So much for the quest to cultivate selflessness and humility. My thoughts reading that fine piece of writing was something like double yuck. Though technically it should have been triple yuck, but that's not part of my vocabulary. Honest. Fast forward to a few weeks ago. That's me in the easy chair, spending my entire birthday reading a new meditation memoir in preparation for an opportunity to listen to the author, an experienced meditator who is 12 years my junior. That puts him somewhere between the me era and the me era. So let's split the difference and agree to call him a me, shall we? Anyway, this gentleman was talking about a form of meditation where one looks inward to find a self that he claims is not there. That is the end game, the goal of the meditation strategy he apparently practices and promotes. Apparently, his favorite meditation instructor suggested that there is no self and gave him a strategy to discover that lack of self. Guess what he says happened? No self was found after decades of dedicated, sincere practice. At least that's what I gathered from the book and the subsequent in person talk he gave. With all due respect, the self in me finds this idea, no self, not just impossibly impractical, but short sighted. Permit me to explain my position. The way I see it, meditation and the way I see it, meditation and contemplative traditions that provide a particular method that is systematized are guiding us to a foregone conclusion about what it is they, the promulgators of said tradition, expect us to discover. The traditions themselves provide a systemized strategy, tools, methods of inquiry, and specific techniques to find what it is they have found themselves. I can't help but observe that my friend who is burdened with meanness, or I shudder to think me-meanness, for any number of reasons would be attracted to a meditation philosophy and a system to help him shed that unbalanced emphasis on self. Can we blame him? For the record, I see us as having selves that are constantly evolving, with every new experience reconfiguring our understanding of both ourself and the world we live in. In this, there is no static self. So I agree with my friend. There is no permanent, unchanging self in us. But to say that there is no self, if he really believed that and is true to his word that we should not knowingly lie, well, that would preclude him from speaking or writing using the personal pronouns I, me, you, he, and she, which he does. As for me, I have a self. This self of mine is learning to choose and choosing to learn and has been growing a storehouse of experiences for over a half a century. Each of those experiences changed the her that is me, myself, and nobody else. The she that is me is supremely grateful to have a person such as yourself and 200 and other some odd selves to chat with through cyberspace about ways to cultivate healthier, happier senses of self. Together, we, a collection of selves with growing, changing perspectives that are the result of learning and experience, together we have the opportunity to grow in our understanding of how to get along with ourselves and each other to build a better tomorrow for the next generation of selves that will no doubt do a better job at collaborating and cooperating, for humans have continued to move in that direction throughout history. By the way, please do not tell the here and now police that I have mentioned tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that mentioning the future is taboo topic in some circles. See you next time. Our two selves are in the same place at the same time, which in the land of virtual communication will be when? Peace.